Hey, what's going on, good people? Just bringing you another update from the project I'm working on. Space is Dangerous, a defender, builder, upgrader type of game that I'm working on. I added a whole bunch of little things during this update between last time and now. Mostly, though, I worked on a lot of improvements to improve the frame rate of the game. A lot of coding mysteries were straightened out. A lot of optimization, so the game runs a good deal faster than it did before. Especially if all these, if all these tiles here were taken up all the way with these gun turrets, which are the most CPU, I guess, intensive parts of the game so far. It was scanning and detection and all that. And it still runs out the gate on my older system at around 100 frames a second or so. So if you want to check out my computer stats and see how old and lame my computer is that I'm developing this game on, look down below in the description box. It's an old system. It was built back in 2013, and it wasn't exactly state of the art then. It's a decent enough computer to work on and mess around with, but it's not a beast. So if it can run pretty good on my system the way it is, odds are, it can probably do the same or better on yours, unless you're operating off of a brick or whatever. But anyway, I restructured some of the code to help give a better layout, because you always want to have a good strong foundation when you're programming or coding, so you don't get confused or lost down the road trying to add more annotations in the code so I know what does what, where, and why. But other than that, I added, of course, updated graphics for the main base itself, and the main space dish can definitely, the spinning dish, satellite dish thing can definitely be improved. As you can see, the graphics look a bit cleaner, a bit sharper, a bit more like they're actually base units, not just thrown together. Also, you can tell that right here that I've added the ability to put down base units that can be constructed, in which of course they end up costing money and resources. So, and you see his progress bars here. You can see them grow. And by the way, if you want, you say, "Oh no, I didn't want to build a a gun turret here. I wanted to build a base." So what you do, you select a base unit that's currently being constructed. You press C. Here you hear a little bit of money when you press C. That, hey, you're getting it back, right? Then you put down an S unit, but I can't because now I'm broke. See that up there? And it gives you a little. I got plenty of money to do it over here, but I don't have enough components to put together. So because I'm the programmer of the game, I just press. And hey, look at that magic money. And if you notice up here, when I did that, this information stats up here, a part of this GUI, graphical user interface part here, the bar up here, it's self-adjusted. So that's always nice. It adds a nice touch of flexibility to the game, a little bit more life to the game. So I figure, I got that done. It's very cheap on the CPU. Don't really lose any performance getting that done, at least I hope not. But anywho, so let's go ahead and plop down a shield base now. And if you look over here at the new window that I'm working on, you see a little progress of the construction bar. Same thing over here. And if you click on it, you should hear like some construction sounds going on. Add a little bit more of some life to the game. As far as this window over here that I'm starting to work on, it shows basic stats. It says status under construction. And this over here, if you click on this one, status says scanning for targets. In the base, you click on it, it says status operating normally. So just little things like that to give a little bit of extra depth to the experience. Also, these buttons are starting to work on as well, to where you can click on this one and it says do the repairs, however much repairs you want to do, upgrades whenever they're available, research whenever that's available. But yeah, so that's going along just nicely. So with these base units and all that's coming along just nicely. So if we see what's coming up next, speed up just a little bit. Yeah, those ships are taking their time. Here we go. Is the new attack vessel, the Stinger class attack vessel. A little bit more robust in its toughness, a little bit more strong in its shielding, a bit more in its, you know, whenever it blasts a base, you know, it's got a little bit more of a kick, a bit more of a sting. That's why I call it a stinger class. It's not really a terribly strong attack vessel, but it's enough to pack a little bit of sting if quite a few of them are ganging up on your low-level base units. But yeah, so just see here, it says firing on target, firing on target. This is also firing on target as well. But let's upgrade a little bit, shall we? Let's just open up these tiles here so I can really That's it. This is because fuck it, I can still plop down bases instantly with full shielding. Let's go and do that. Let's get some action going here. Yeah. As you can see, I improved the look of the beams too. They don't look so much like little sperms in space. They didn't really look that way before, but I just wanted something a bit, you know, a bit tighter than what I had before. As you can tell, the Stinger ships are a bit larger. Even though they're a bit larger, everything's still centered. So if I press Tab here, I can show you that for debug information. See, all of a sudden you see these dots show up, shows like the location in memory where these objects are located. Like these scout ships have dots right in the center. These have dots right in the center. And if I speed up to try to get a few more ships into play, here we go. So it shows you like everything's centered up just right. Everything's doing what it's supposed to do. Now the Stinger, all these attack ships are more or less evenly away from the bases itself, or the center of this main base. But yeah. Just working on little things like that, not terribly huge things, but things that get to give that little extra bit of life to a game, a little bit more depth, feel to it. Also, if some of you are wondering that where did this little control panel up here go, where the little speed buttons are to control the speed, all you gotta do is click on this button and it appears. Then you can go back to pause and back to this. I added that to get, you know, if you want to have it there, great, but if you want it out the way and you just want to use the hotkeys, you know, 1, 2, 3 for speed, or hit the space bar for pause, you can do that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. But I'm also beginning to set up the framework to do this part. That's right, begin to construct bases on the surface of the planet to extract resources, get a bit of income from there so you can do your upgrades and research and whatnot for your base units. So you can take your game, or at least your gameplay, to the next level to see how long you can last. That's the main goal of this game, is how space is dangerous, how long can you last? You know, simple concept, more or less. I want to try to add up as much as I can to this game to really make it as fun, as enjoyable, and replayable as possible. I hope you enjoyed this update on this project. So for the time being, I'll just let you watch the action a little bit. Let's go and speed up a little bit for you. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. Once you get the shit, all the mysteries figured out, all the coding issues, or most of them resolved, it's so nice to see everything work like it should. All the sounds popping up. Also, whenever one of the enemy beams hits a base that has shielding, you hear a different sound. But once the shielding is gone, then it goes back to that weird little scratchy sound. And in the future, I plan to make, like, whenever the ships themselves get destroyed, they break apart as well, like the base units currently do whenever they get destroyed. But I'm gonna wait until I greatly improve the graphics of the current base units before I start messing with that level of detail, just because I don't want to have to do double work. But yeah, it just adds on a little bit more. That's all I'm looking to do. See how much I can cram into this, and you know, no. Look at that shit. Also, I might as well wait until this base here blows up. Let's speed it up, because when a base does blow up, it gives a much larger kaboom than your other bases which blow up. Here it goes. Massive explosion. I'm the Michael Bay of explosions. Okay. Not really. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed this update. And if you could, leave me some comments below. wherever you see this video, on the YouTube channel or whatever form you're seeing. Let me know what you think, or if you have any ideas that you want to contribute to the game. Yeah, let me know. I'm looking to you know, seeing what's possible. So until next time, until next update, I'll see y'all around.